And you're a very good teacher. Well, just in case, thanks. However, I'm not a teacher. At this point, I'm a student. Are you into any cybersecurity? Well, guess what? I'm taking that this semester. However, there are a lot of fun stuff though. But if you want to look at like cybersecurity, one thing you definitely need to look at is modular arithmetic. So modular arithmetic is a whole new system of math calculations in order to see things from a totally different perspectives. Like, for example, here's a quick example. I'm gonna just go with, let's just say 8 plus 5. We just immediately know that is 13, right? However, if you limit yourself, let's say, from now on, I can only have numbers from 0 to, let's say, 7. Then, what would this whole thing become? So this whole thing will just become, how do you squish 8 into this range? So basically, the way you would do it is modulation. In JavaScript, okay? In JavaScript, we use the percentage symbol. Basically, it's almost something like, okay, if I take 8 and then 3 over here, basically it means 8, but mod 3. Another way to understand it is something like, you take 8, you divide it by 3, and then you take the remainder. So in this case, you'll end up 2. Okay? So in this case, 8 mod 3, that's 2. Okay? So basically, if you want to achieve this, but under this case, if you want to like map anything between 0 until 7, this is actually known as mod 8. So 8 will just literally become 0. 5, you take 5 and then you mod 8. However, 5 is smaller than 8, so it fits perfectly, so it's 5. And then 0 plus 5, you get 5. So that is modular arithmetic. Or another way to see it is something like, you have a clock. You have a clock, and they go from 0, 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So the way that you do it would be something like, originally you start over here. Okay? Wait, let me do it this way. Whoa. Okay? So basically in mod 8 would be something like, let's say you start at 0 and you add 3. Okay? 1, 2, 3. You add another let's say 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you add 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically, in modular arithmetic, you're basically going in circles. And then in addition, you're going in the positive direction. And then once you want to subtract, you go the other way around. So technically speaking, in mod 8, if you have 2 minus 4, under normal circumstances, we just say negative 2. But basically in mod 8, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So in mod 8, 2 minus 4, you get 6. Although it sounds stupid, however, It works under some circumstances, and we need them in this case. Why? Because we need this in cryptography. And then, basically speaking, one thing you can definitely look it up is Caesar cipher. So Caesar cipher takes all the letters, A, B, C, all the way to X, Y, Z, right? What they do is, what Caesar cipher does is, it just shifts it. So let's just say I'm going to shift it 1 and 2. So at this point, A becomes C, B becomes D and all that stuff, X becomes Z and all that stuff. And in this case, it wraps back, like A and B come back over here. So basically, it's actually mod 26. Caesar cipher, like classic Caesar cipher, is mod 26. So basically you would do that is, basically the way that you would do that is you turn ABC into 0, 1, and 2. Then you can start doing math on it. So let's say you have a Caesar cipher with a key of 5, so you just plus 5, so it becomes 5, 6, 7. And in this case, let's say you have 25 in normal alphabet Caesar cipher, that is the letter Z. If we go from Z and then you shift 5, over here you end up with 30, but because of mod 26, this means you can take 26 away from it and you end up with 4. So it's E. Z becomes E in Caesar cipher with a shift of 5. So yeah. However, I have to say, Caesar cipher is really weak. However, it's really a good example to understand basic cryptography. So yeah, if you want to look into cryptography, definitely look into modular arithmetic. And once you understand some of the modular arithmetic stuff, then you can start diving in some of the encryption algorithms and understand how they work. Like I have to say, RSA, you might have heard of it before. I heard of it as well. I tried to look online. Computer File did cover it a little bit. However, it did not exactly explain why it works. And then what I've been planning to do is I'm going to talk about RSA in one of our future videos and covering what is not covered by Computer File about RSA, like why it works. Like if you go to Computer File and then just search RSA, yeah, you can immediately search and find out how it works, but why it works, they didn't come up with like a really good explanation. So that is something I will do. So basically, if you're not quite sure what I'm referring to is, you can go to our team's website. Just in case, if you scroll down a little bit, you can see in our about section or bio on Twitch, if you're watching this on Twitch, there is something called Link Nexus. So once you go to Link Nexus, let's see, is it here? Well, it's loading. There we go. After all I have is a potato laptop. Once you go to I haven't reached link nexus yet. Okay, so there we go. So if you click on link nexus on Twitch, you'll end up here. Okay. What you can do is you just scroll down. We have a whole bunch of like YouTube channels. One of them is Learn. If you click on it, this will bring you to our YouTube channel. And oh, it's still loading. There we go. In this case, we will be using VRChat as our medium in order to discuss math stuff. Oh boy, I'm lagging. There we go. So these are all the episodes we have so far. However, if you want to know what we will be talking about, what you can do is you just come over here and then just go Learn, which is this button over here. Scroll down, and then you can come to like MISC or miscellaneous over here. Click on it. Here we have a button, and it's VRChat Classroom. Click on it. This will bring you to our VRChat Classroom page. So we have it over here. Scroll down. These are all the episodes we have. Keep on scroll down. Here we have our roadmap. So as you can see, we are working on logic gates, but technically speaking, Recursion and Tower of Hanoi is ready to be released. The thing that we definitely need to work on is modular arithmetic. We will need to cover that. And once we have covered modular arithmetic, then we will say in cryptography we are ready to go with Diffie-Hellman and RSA and some other crazy stuff. So yeah, because cryptography uses a lot of modular arithmetic. So yeah, if you want to look into like cybersecurity and all this stuff, look into modular arithmetic before you dip your toes into cryptography. Because if you're like me, without properly knowing modular arithmetic, I just jump into cryptography immediately. I know some of the symmetric ciphers. However, for some of the asymmetric ciphers, I was struggling. So yeah, look into modular arithmetic. You're gonna love it. Maybe, hopefully. Hopefully, but yeah, that's what we have so far. Alright,